Blackhammer, Hammer of Justice issue 5 sees Mr. Mxyzptlk say that he will put the two worlds back together on one condition. Everyone needs to agree to go back to their respective universes. That also means Golden Gail. Colonel Weird says that Gail will never agree to go back to the farm, and the imp says that they will soon find out as he takes the heroes back to Metropolis, where the remaining Justice League and Abraham and the others are fighting. Green Lantern tells everyone to stop, filling them in on Mxyzptlk's scheme and how the rest of the Justice League are in peril. He tells Gail that unless she volunteers to go back, they will be doomed. Gail doesn't care, refusing to go back as Spectre says that her magic inside of her endangers them all as Mxyzptlk snaps him away. Barbalian grabs Gail as she falls to the rooftops, and she again says that she won't go back. Manhunter wants Zatanna to undo her magic, but the imp says that this needs to be voluntary. Either Gail agrees or they will never see their Justice League again. The rest of the Justice League meanwhile battle the evil monsters on the farm as they try and escape into Dragonfly's cabin. Victor tries to get into the cabin door but can't thanks to all of the monsters filing out of it. The heroes continue to fight as Cyborg makes it to the door but is blasted back by a power protecting it. Batman helps him up and Victor wonders what they do now since they can't get out that way, and Batman reminds him that they'll keep trying and cannot let these monsters into Rockwood. In Metropolis, Mxyzptlk broadcasts the League's fight to the city, saying that he can stop this with a snap of his fingers. Gail gives up, saying her magic word and turning into the little girl again. She hits Aquaman for calling her an old woman before confronting the imp, but Manhunter tells her to be cautious, since Mxyzptlk is a fifth dimensional being and he could erase them all from existence if he wanted to. The imp tells him that they need to volunteer to go back, and he will admit his game of chaos is over if they do. Abraham tries to talk to Gail, but she isn't interested in going back into her prison. Abraham says that he doesn't want to either, but she needs to look at the broadcast since the Justice League are in trouble and the monsters from Dragonfly's cabin are going to tear apart Rockwood. He doesn't want to lose Tammy and the others and tells the girl that this world needs their heroes. Gail agrees to go back, but wants it known that she's doing this to stick it to the imp since he doesn't know a thing about her. She tells her friends that they are still heroes no matter how much they change and they will always do the right thing. Before Mxyzptlk can send them back, Flash stops him since he's going back as well thanks to some unfinished business. The imp snaps them all back into Rockwood, where Barry reunites with his teammates, whom are glad to see that he isn't dead. The two hero teams battle the monsters, learning about each other while they fight. Mxyzptlk meanwhile talks with Dragonfly, telling her that he is impressed with the little scam she's got going in this town. She says it was good until he turned up to ruin it. She knows the heroes do love their team-ups but won't let them continue fighting, so she stops the battle, snapping up all of the monsters, and the team realize that they were her pets. The town, however, all know about Abraham and the others, but Dragonfly puts it all back together, giving the Justice League and Abraham's people civilian clothing. She tells them the imp went back to his dimension, and Cyborg wonders how they are meant to get home, but luckily Mxyzptlk left them a doorway at the farm. Gail tries to use her powers, but again they don't work in the town. The teams talk about their false memories and how Abraham and the others are really stuck on the farm forever. Clark says that he will miss this place, despite being stranded there since it reminded him of Smallville. Barbalian suggests that they stick around for a little while longer and have dinner with them before going home. The heroes head to the farm and sit down for a home-cooked meal as Abraham talks about the plowed field and Clark admits that it was him who did it. Colonel Weird soon disappears from the table as Abraham toasts to their new friends, the Justice League. Clark also toasts to his friends, vowing to do everything in his power to help them once they get home. Dragonfly thinks they will forget about it, but Batman reassures her that they won't, as Colonel Weird finds himself tricked by Mxyzptlk, whose entire game was a ruse so the imp was allowed access to the Parazone. The imp says the Parazone has access to all of space, time, and worlds, and it will give him much fun. He teleports away as Colonel Weird wonders just what he has wrought on the worlds. Blackhammer Justice League Hammer of Justice issue 5 ended Jeff Lemire's fantastic crossover story with more action, humor, and a little bit of drama. I enjoyed seeing his creations get to cross over with some of my favourite DC heroes, as well as the inclusion of Mxyzptlk as the villain, a villain no one really uses that much nowadays. It was wildly entertaining, but also very intimate with the characters and getting in their frame of mind about being trapped on a farm for decades and what that does to a person. The sequel stinger at the end has me hoping that somewhere down the line we do get a sequel, since I think it would be really cool. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.